1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. Turkey sandwich, turkey sandwich. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Turkey sandwich, turkey sandwich. Anyone can subscribe. Let me see. Add a redirect. Add a trailer. Whatever do you mean? This is live. So let me see. Let me get my audio on to see if everybody can hear me correctly. Okay, push save. Saves are changed. I repeat, the saves are changed. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Turkey sandwich, turkey sandwich. Live. All right. Look at everything's working correctly for a change. For a change. All right. Let me start putting everything of importance into the link. Thank you for coming in as usual. And that's more than as usual. That is a lot. Put that in there. Let me put all the important notes into here. Copy, paste that in there. Another glorious day on planet Earth. Let's see, everything is public. I believe I did that correctly. I need a little bit of time. I need a little bit of time. Oh, a little bit of time. A little bit of time. Next time on A Little Bit of Time, starring LA, also dressed as the cow for the Morning Moo. Maybe I'll even have time to make a survey. Would you like to take a survey? No! Oh man, and would you like to take a survey, ma'am? No! Copy and paste that in there. Yeah, look at me just flowing through here real quick. Customization, details. Very good. I even have time to put in the hashtags before we really get started. Excuse me. I really enjoy using this time to get my things set up. This is the way I roll. This is the way I roll. Shouts out MC Hammer. I wonder what he's doing right now. Do you guys know what's going on with MC Hammer? Well, let me put this in here. Save my tabs and put the Morning Moo in the Morning Moo tab. There we go. Morning Moo with Elay TV. Wow. You guys, the Morning Moo is doing really well. To me personally, I just started this whole Morning Moo thing, and in the podcast, I categorized it as a podcast, and we've got over 1.2K views already. So thank you so very much, guys. It's really taken off. And the Morning Moo was comprised of me starting reading from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, to which I will get back into. I have all of my newspapers. Thank you to Shonda Cato. Shonda Cato, I know you're awake. Good morning, girl. Thank you for all the love and support. How you doing? Shouts out to Shonda Cato. Yes. How y'all doing? Yes, it's a cow costume. And dude, well, it's a costume slash onesie. And it's so unbelievably comfortable. I intentionally got an oversized one so I can wear it year round. Thank you so much. You know, especially in the winter, dude, these work really well in the winter time. I wore once upon a time when I was working, like working. I wore my onesie a few times to work, and I got away with it. It was a fun onesie, but it was comfortable, and it was cold at our work, and it kept me warm. So I was able to effectively do my work without freezing. So hey, FYE, I could, and it would be work. You know what? Dr. Disaster, it would be worth a shot. I would really want to try that. It would be so fun. I mean, when I was driving once upon a time, and I say once upon a time because I was like teenager or something, first starting to drive, still living with my parents. If you drove, let's say 15, 20 minutes a certain direction from our house or I grew up in, we entered Cowtown where it was a bunch of farms and stuff. So at this specific stoplight, there was this patch of cows, yes, patch of cows, where they were not fenced. So they would always gather at the stop sign. And I love that because when they gather at the stop sign, I'd be looking at them and they'd be looking at me. And it'd just be so cool. So I would make it my official business to start intentionally driving my car about a half a block slower. So that'd give the cows that were further back a little time to start walking closer to the stop sign because they already saw the car coming. And by the time I got to the stoplight and just waited, they were pretty much gathered at the stop sign looking at me and the car. And it was always the greatest adventure. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. That song. Yeah. I think cars. I think cows are smart too. They're cute. Goodness. Thank you guys so much for liking the video. It means a lot. Oops, almost knocked the camera over. So today, let's see, we're already 7 minutes into this thing. I want to start up a poll here. I was thankful for the last morning moo that I did because I got a lot of input. This time I'm going to ask another question. Answer it if you want to. Well, let me see. Are you with there. I also learned that I can have two polls going on at the same time. Hey, Ketchup. Oh my gosh, what's going on? Sit down, Bella Swan. That was Bella Swan Funko, and she likes to come in. That's okay. When I read my little document thingy, I can read who he is because we're here to like learn and just chat, you know. I actually have my breakfast cereal on the table. I had to look for my bowl, and I have my drink, and that's what we do here. We just gather around and chat and talk like the cool people we are. But before we get started, it's one of my favorite parts in the show where I do put cows in the chat. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children, animals, plants, AI, aliens, and everything else that's alive on planet Earth that's not listed yet, it is that great time that we all love, and it's time to put cows in the chat. Cows in the chat, cows in the chat. Calls 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 in the chat. I hope you have your air freshener aerosol spray cans because I'll have you know the government blamed cows for being the reason for global warming. So as the cows fill the chat in our chat box, it's going to be a diaspora of global warming going on. So have your air spray cans ready. My husband likes to say the word crescendo a lot because he's a music man. So I'm like, crescendo on the Sprite. The cows are here. I have a glare on my light when I look at it. Do you have a glare on your light when you look at this show? Ding, ding, ding. Quality check in the form of a question. Quality check in the form of a question. Yeah, seriously, I have a glare on my phone. And it's just been getting bigger and bigger every time I get on here. And I'm not sure if it's picking up like that on you guys' end. But hey, it's not blinding me, so I'm just gonna have to roll with it. Which Blade was that when Blade was like, y'all not ready to roll with this? I'm like, can you please open up your mouth when you talk? You talk all the time with a clenched jaw as if you don't want us around, Blade. And you put out an 8BB that you needed help. Y'all not ready to roll with this. And so what I'll do is set up my first tab. I don't want to make a mistake and accidentally close my window. So what I'm going to do to answer Dr. Disaster's question, because it is a good question to start on in the first place. Who is Elon Musk? So we all can be on the same page. Quite honestly, in my previous video, it was maybe 3 years ago, maybe, where I actually found out who exactly Elon Musk was. Honestly, and I'm like, shoot, I thought Elon Musk was body spray, Musk, Musk fragrance. So I was going around looking for it. It's a person. He's a person. So what I did right now is type in Google search who is Elon Musk. And I have a menagerie of information providing me and us with information of who he is. He is 53 years old. He was born June 28th, 1971. According to Wikipedia, there's a couple of sentences here. It says Elon Musk. Elon Reeve Musk is a businessman known for his key roles in Tesla, SpaceX, and Twitter since 2025. Since 2025, he has been the senior advisor. Oh, I get it. I need to read that all together. But as slow as I'm reading it, it will read as if he's been only affiliated with Twitter since this year, but that's not the case. So Elon Reeve Musk, ERM, is a businessman known for his key roles in Tesla, SpaceX, and Twitter since 2025. He has been the senior advisor to the United States president. So more than likely, if you see our press, you'll see Elon and vice versa. That's pretty much what it's saying. And then they have, who is Elon Musk and why is he so famous? What the H is he famous for? We'll see. People also ask, who is Elon Musk and why is he so famous? He was a major early founder of Tesla, which makes electric cars and batteries. See, I didn't know he made batteries. And became its chief executive officer in 2008. He co-founded Neuralink, a neurotechnology company, in 2016. Musk purchased the social media service Twitter in 2022 and named it X in 2023. So for all of you who do like to study in addition to what I'm doing, and for all of you who are listening to me by way of like podcast form, I will gladly put down my sources here in the order to the best of my ability of which they are going. So what I'm going to do right now is go into the descriptions And under my citation portion, I will put this down here. So if you want to have future references or something to look back on, everything will be here. So what I did, number one, I typed in Google, what do you think about the citations I did the last video? Did they help you find more information to like the Tesla mobile homes? I believe it did. It's a great lead to get you going on if you want a mobile house anything. I typed in Google search. Who is Elon Musk? And here is the information that I instantly got. I will provide the link. Here is the link to that specific information. Fly away. Have you guys ever seen a cartoon? Oh, heck. Have you guys ever seen a cartoon called Rasuko? There's this girl that's eventually became Rasuko's friend. And the way she laughs like a robot. She's like, that's how she laughs, and it's funny. There. So I have the first citation in there for all of you who want to know who is Elon Musk. Now you will know. Let me fix that so that's saved. And as I go, I will continue to cite my sources to the best of my ability. Now, this is old, but didn't South Park come out with a movie? This should be actually their second movie. Have you seen it? I think it came out or / was released after the helms of the writer's strike being over. So I have no idea that if the writer's strike actually interfered with the release of the latest South Park movie or not. But I am curious if you've seen it or not. So I tell myself this all the time. I push start on this video, and guys, it's just amazing just how fast time goes by. I just pushed start. I am gathering my things here really quickly to effectively have, excuse me, my notes, aka ducks in a row, because once I end this video, I will not have time to come back to it today. So I will be definitely being thorough with citing as I go and citing as I go. So thank you everyone who's in here already. Shout out to Elay. She is always in the chat. She's always first in the chat. Elay TV is my biggest supporter. When I go live, she goes live. We have Dr. Disaster here. We have once again, we have Catch Up in the Heezy. Thank you guys for coming in, and all the ones who have popped in and out via incognito for whatever reason is incognito. Thank you for coming in. Excuse me, my voice is getting raspy. I can say incognito is pretty cool, because if there's a specific video that's not in your let's just say sound wave of viewing, and you're not sure if you want to have those videos run into your timeline, it is, my opinion, best to watch incognito. And if you find yourself liking the content, then you go in as an identifiable YouTuber or something. I've done that a few times where there were topics I wasn't sure where they were going to lead. And I honestly didn't want to have to fish through and scale out my timeline, because my timeline is beautifully set like my Netflix playlist. Or, when I go into Netflix, everything's perfectly tailored to what I like. And I like it that way. And so it's kind of like that to me with YouTube. So if I'm shopping around for new YouTubers to add it to my subscribers list, I will just of course go under a separate account where I deem it to be kind of like my junk YouTube account. So if I want to have a little emoji or tag to it, I will. So that's pretty much how I do it when I YouTube shop, when I'm shopping for YouTubers to add to my subscription. And then if I like it, I'll just come out and then subscribe, to just save the hassle of me having to sift through content that I don't want in there. Because I don't have currently, I am not subscribed to the YouTube subscription, so I don't have the capability to I think put everything in my queue in the way I want it to be. So until then, this is what I do. This is how I do it. Sha-da-da-da-da-da-da. This is how she do it. Oh la 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 la. Dun, 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 dun. Shouts out Montel Jordan. This is how I do it. Hey. Gravy train dog food. So today, that is not the button. The apps are fighting, guys. It's like, no, I want to be on LA TV. No, I want to be on LA TV. The apps are fighting amongst themselves. So today is March 25th, 2025. The time is 6:55 a.m. and we're watching the Morning Moo. Welcome. Thank you for coming into the Morning Moo. We are 22 minutes into this glorious segment. And now, since I read, like who is Elon Musk, I typed in this morning in Copilot, which is an AI intelligence super searcher, in my opinion, brought to you by Microsoft Word. I typed in I want to know what's going on with Elon Musk. So here it says here, let me adjust my camera so I can kind of look at the camera and my other screen at the same time. It says recently Elon Musk has been actively involved in US politics. He attended a cabinet meeting with President Trump and other officials to discuss cost-cutting measures for the federal government. Musk is leading the Department of Government Efficiency, known as DOGE initiative, which aims to reduce government spending. However, this has sparked some controversy, as critics have raised concerns about potential conflicts of interest due to Musk's companies like SpaceX and Tesla receiving billions in government contracts. That was kind of a mouthful. I can only assume that since the two are basically in office together, that they had some type of convention to go to. Those guys are really busy. They've been busy since before day one, and so that was a light brush of what Copilot said when I asked. I want to know what's going on with Elon Musk. And then the whole reason of me having this particular topic of what's going on with Elon Musk is because in my timeline, it seems like many of the people I do follow have taken special time to talk about their grievances in the reference to the condition of where we're headed, where we're going, and where we are now. And they are concerned. And so I asked, why are people mad at him? I asked Copilot, why are people mad at Elon Musk? I have not gone over this portion, so I'm reading it just as open for the first time. So there shouldn't be any foul language in here. So I asked, why are people mad at Elon Musk? Elon Musk has been the center of several controversies recently, which have sparked criticism from various groups. Number one, Social Security comments. Musk referred to Social Security as the biggest Ponzi scheme of all time, which upset many, especially elderly citizens and conservatives. Hey, Wolfman, welcome. Thanks for coming in, and I appreciate you putting cows in the chat. Number two, as to why people are mad at Elon Musk, Pentagon briefing concerns. It says here, his involvement in auditing the Pentagon raised ethical questions due to his defense contractor status and business ties with China. The third reason why people are mad at Elon Musk, according to Copilot, it says Netflix drama misinformation. Musk amplified a controversial post about the Netflix series Adolescence, leading to accusations of spreading information. Have you guys heard about that? And number four, according to Copilot, an AI, help me, AI chatbot controversy. His AI chatbots Grok faced backlash for its unfiltered political responses, drawing attention from India's IT ministry. These incidents have fueled debates about the influences and actions. What are your thoughts on this time? Well, my thoughts right now is I did hear some instances with misinformation in by way of like certain social media platforms, but this particular information brought to you by Copilot is new to me, where it says his Elon Musk, his AI chat box Grok. I didn't know anything about that. Grok, G as in ghost, R as in rat, O as in orange, and K as in key, faced backlash for its unfiltered political responses, drawing attention from India's IT ministry. So, is there something going on with India IT world? Is Mr. Elon Musk causing commotion and confusion amongst the continent or country of India's IT brother and sister? And so I have all my information in here, and it's actually this time giving me links. The first time I used this software system, it didn't give me any links or reference points so I could copy and paste into my previous video. But this time I have the information. So this information was grasped from NBCnews.com, ABCnews.go.com, and so on. So I'll have to figure out how I can cite those in there because it's 6 of them and there might be more. My next question is what's going on, if it will allow me, because I'm quite sure this is the free version of what I'm using, and I may be only allotted so many questions. I'm going to ask what is going on with Elon Musk and Tesla? Or how should I put this by way of the thumbnails I see online? What's going on Elon and his cars? Are people really destroying them? Yikes. Let's see what it says. I typed in what's going on with Elon Musk and his cars. Are people really destroying them? This thing is still typing. Wow. It's still typing. What's going on with Elon Musk and his cars? Are people really destroying them? Is what I typed in the Microsoft Copilot. It typed a lot compared to the last few searches I did. So it says, as I read from my screen, yes, there have been reports of Tesla vehicles and facilities being targeted in acts of vandalism and arson. These incidents seem to be tied to protests against Elon Musk's political involvement, particularly his role in the Department of Government Efficiency known as DOGE. Under the Trump administration, some of the attacks include setting Tesla cars on fire, spray painting graffiti on vehicles and dealerships, and even throwing Mazel-tov cocktails at Tesla facilities. So it's true. The protests have escalated in recent weeks, with incidents reported across the U.S. and even internationally. While some demonstrations are peaceful, others have turned violent, leading to significant property damage. It's a tense situation, and the backlash appears to stem from Musk's controversial political affiliations and decisions. Wow. So, in these past few days, I've been seeing thumbnails of YouTube platforms where they are talking about these things that are going on with the Tesla vehicles. From my memory, the first incident slash occurrence I saw that represented the vandalism of his vehicles, from my lens, occurred in Canada. And then eventually it started, I think it hit somewhere else, and then it hit here. But definitely from my lens of experiencing this world-changing event, it was by way of Canada, and then it got to us. So I typed in that there and got those answers in reference to what I was also concerned about, what's going on with Elon Musk and his cars. Are people really destroying them? Yes. I have another question in reference to this whole thing. I'm going to type in let me see. Is it true that Elon Musk, Tesla, shall I type in, is it true that Elon Musk stock is falling? Let's see what it says. So my next question and final question, according to how I feel right now, is it true that Elon Musk's stock is falling? Because I've been seeing information like that, not only on YouTube, but on like the regular news. And if you listen to the radio, do you guys still listen to the actual radio from a boombox? It says, is it true that Elon Musk stock is falling? And it says, yes. Yes, Tesla stock has been facing significant challenges recently. Analysts have reported a sharp decline in its value, with some predicting it could fall far by as much as 50%. Factors contributing to this include weak global sales, increased competition in the electric vehicle market, and protests and boycotts tied to Elon Musk's political involvement. Woo. Additionally, Tesla, do you think he's going to sell Twitter? Additionally, Tesla stocks suffered a massive $16 billion loss in a single day earlier this month, making it one of the worst performing stocks in the S&P 500 this year. The development has raised concerns about the company's future performance. You guys have any additional questions circumferencing this topic of Elon Musk? Whew, this is a lot, but I'm getting all my questions answered in the realm of what I've been absorbing sporadically through the collection of almost a week now. Because as much as I don't want to know about this stuff, it's best I know about what's going on, because life is actually, it's actually caught up with a model of internet is fast, but our life in real time to me has caught up to the speed of internet in 1994, and the changes are happening so fast. So it's best to just take deep breaths, and as an adult with children, I need to be aware of what's going on, but not too much to the point where it keeps me in an immobilized frenzy where I'm useless to my family. I need to know what's going on around me to the best of my ability, and to see how this world is constantly changing like a video game now. Like we're living and breathing actually now on one page in real time collectively. There's no more slow motion. This stuff is happening for real. So I went through my questions and I simply asked, I want to know what's going on with Elon Musk. And I actually I got my answer because I was concerned, at least as of today. So to make a summary, I'm going to put as of today, March 25th, 2025, what is going on with Elon Musk. And that'll be a beautiful wrap up, guys. As of today, what is going on with Remember, we cannot save the world individually, but collectively we can, and it starts with you and your world meaning the way you think in your mind, because your energy affects everyone around you, and that's a lot of saving you're doing. So you are important. So I typed in my question as of today, March 25th, 2025, what is going on with Elon Musk? I want to see what it gives me. It typed a nice little paragraph, just almost as long as the previous paragraph, guys. So as of today, March 25th, 2025, what is going on with Elon Musk? It has 4 bullet points. I just glanced over some things and I'm a little nervous, but I'm going to be bold, courageous, and walk into what I'm reading. And it says here, Elon Musk is currently involved in several high-profile activities and controversies. Number 1, political role. Musk attended a cabinet meeting with President Trump yesterday to discuss cost-cutting measures under the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE. This initiative has faced backlash due to its impact on federal employees. Number 2, Tesla protests. There have been widespread protests against Musk leadership, particularly targeting Tesla showrooms. Wow. I remember that. Some demonstrations have turned violent, with incidents of vandalism and arson reported. Number 3, FBI task force. The FBI has launched a task force to investigate attacks on Tesla properties, labeling them as domestic T word. And lastly, number 4, public criticism. Musk's comments and actions have sparked debates, including his controversial remarks about Social Security and his involvement in Pentagon audits. It's a dynamic situation with many moving parts. That's how Copilot ended that. I have a lot of sources to cite, and I had to figure out how to carefully place them in here because thankfully this time round Copilot did allow me access to do as such. So right here live on camera, I have a thumbs up, thumbs down, and there's a clipboard. So I'm going to push copy. And I think this might be some automatic sources, so it won't be so difficult for me to do my sightings. I'm about to try it right now in my description box and see what gives. What gives. I'm curious to know if that's the case. Okay, so what it did was typed in the answer, but it didn't cite the sources. So I'm gonna have to Control Z that and figure out another way. I might have to unfortunately do that off the camera. Let me give one more go around and see. So there's site 1. I'm going to try one more thing. I'm going to copy this and paste my question into there and go to Copilot again and go on this first tab, which is news. What is it? NBC News, and see if it takes me to the link. Yes, it's taking me to the link. So I'm going to copy it. It's best to cite your sources. I was listening to a podcast yesterday, into which I listened to almost all of it. I got a lot of information from it, but I might have to listen to 2 or 3 more to see if I'm down with the way they present their news. But the girl was saying that in reference to citing sources on the information that they were getting, the conversation went kind of like, well, I don't want to get into all of that citing the sources because then that's more like journalism. But now in my mind, I'm like, well, it's also just giving credit to where you're gathering your information from, because you're kind of profiting off of these people's work and you're putting your own spin on it. I think it's best to do your best to give thanks to where you're gathering your information from. You may not be able to catch everything, but do your best to do what you can in reference to that. So that kind of made me feel weird, but that's their opinion on their particular platform. Perhaps when I listen to a couple more of their things, I will see if at least they vocally cite it. At least vocally thoroughly cite where the sources come from. Then maybe I'll be like, okay, all I have to do is go back, rewind, listen, and jot it down. Um, something. Shouts out to All Things the Theology, who plays the soundbite. You got to give something. You got to give something. You got to cite something. You got to cite something. Come on, people. So currently that's what I'm doing. I'm citing my sources because I don't want to forget. And it opened up a new tab for me. And what I want to do now is put the exact title of these articles in here so you know what you're reading. This is actually fun for me because when I was in high school, I did take journalism class. You want to know the reason why I failed journalism? The only reason I failed journalism is because at that time, it was back in the day where you had to actually use math to measure articles and use rubber cement and physically print out your article, copy and paste your block in there. And so I wasn't good at math, so I didn't know how to do the measurements when doing that, and that's what made me fail. But had I not failed in that part, I probably would be somewhere doing probably a little bit more submersed in this journalism marketing stuff, but I didn't make it past the math, so here I am, happily, merrily, and comfortably citing my sources. So look it, full circle. Looks like I got to do what I want to do. Anyways, count the cost, count the blessings. I just counted my costs and I counted my blessings, and I'm happy. I was able to have a full circle moment right here live. So that's cool. This is my second full circle moment. I had one yesterday as well when I was making dinner over a hot stove for my family. My husband came in and he was like, just hanging in the kitchen with his wifey and chatting. And I shared in that moment that I had a moment with him that my mom and her sister were in the car, and I was in the backseat with my cousin Andrea Land. And either my mom or my aunt asked us like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I was in elementary probably, so this was early 91, 92. And just like that, I was like, I want to be a computer operator. I want to work on computers. And so once again, I wanted to go into the realm of, what's it called? The animation, computer animation, and 3D art technology and all that stuff. But once again, my stumbling block, and I won't say Achilles heel because I won't give it that much power, because I know I still want to learn math and get stronger at it. So it's not my Achilles heel, but my stumbling block was math. So I wasn't able to do that neither. But in that moment yesterday when I was chatting with my awesome husband, I was like, you know what? I'm always on the computer, like you say. Either I'm Robloxing, I wish I can Roblox more, or I'm on here on the computer by way of social media and working on my other social media platforms, coming up with stories that I'm writing, typing papers, putting lists together, putting together TV shows for the future. I realized that I'm actually working on the computer. So, full circle moment. I was happy and honored to have that thought come into me, and I realized that. So, here we are, two full circle moments. Here I am, a computer operator, and I'm also doing my form of journalism. Mine is the stuffy dresses and skirts and pantsuits. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So the next thing I'm typing in is my citations for why are people mad at Elon Musk. I'm typing that in here. And I'm going to get the sources for that. So thank you for hanging around as I chat and carefully cite my sources. And I'm getting the link. This one is from msn.com. MSN is nice. Do you guys like MSN? I tend to go there when personally when it seems to me that Google search did not give me enough information I'm looking for, or I don't feel fulfilled in my search. Then I'll go out to MSN and then I'll go to like bing.com. Definitely that's a go-to, so I can get another perspective on how things are written. I started doing that a lot when I was on the when I'm doing the Wendy Williams video. Shouts out Wendy Williams. Congratulations on your fight, because I didn't want my information to be one-sided from one source. One source meaning search engine. And as I started to do that, I noticed slash realized that Bing offers a certain curve of information that Google does not. Now, don't get me wrong, Google may have that same source of information, but I can only assume that information is probably 16 pages down. Because when you type in Wendy Williams, guys, the search is a lot. It's like a 95 million pages. So perhaps that information I am looking for that I found faster on Bing is there through Google. But who's got the time to look through 96 pages of Google anything? So that's how I feel about Bing.com search. Do you guys have any other search engines if you're willing to share that information? Because that's technically kind of like citing your sources in a way, and you don't want people to have the curb on what you do neither. So I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it, Drake. Hey, he's got good music, but Drake is going through a lot right now. Aren't we all going through a lot right now? Only way to it is through it. So that's that on that. But yeah, citing your sources is a great thing. So I just cited my sources on there. And let me see what else I have. I don't want to get lost because it's a lot of information. It's a lot of information. Copy, paste. And also, by it being so much information, I can put in here as much as I can because I'm not sure if I will run out of character space. Every blue moon I do run out of character space when I'm typing in my description box. I just laugh. So I'm saving the changes as I go. I believe in this particular thing that I'm answering. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yes, I have one more source to cite in this particular question that we talked about, and is why are people mad at him? Him being Elon Musk. I have that in here. And then there's one more block of information, then I will be finished with my sources. Put that there. And I need to clean this up, copy and paste that information and put it to the top, because citing the sources is good, of course, but I want to put my information first. I roll. There. There we go. And say that. This is really cool. And the next thing is to cut this out. Cut and put that in there. See? Make that nice and neat. Next, I need to grab the title. I have my ring light directly in front of my computer, so I had to kind of move my head and maneuver around sometimes to navigate while I'm typing things out. So I have not brewed up any coffee yet, but after this video I will, because that's going to be a reward for myself for patiently going through these the tediousness of citing sources. Yes, it can be tedious, but that shouldn't be a reason to not do it. So the next one is the article. These articles are actually interesting, and perhaps I can go back through them on another video and just read them out loud, because it should fully expound on what we were talking about, to perhaps give us a full explanation in addition to what we read today, right? So I believe I've gotten everything in that topic. You guys, I'm going to the next topic. And we're about to get our hour in video already. Already. When you're smiling, when you're smiling, when you're smiling, when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. Oh, really? Yes, they do. When you're smiling, when you're smiling, oh, when you're smiling, when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. Do, do, do. Meow, 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 meow. Yeah, when you're smiling, when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. Now that is a nice song. They should play that at McDonald's. That is a nice song. Wouldn't that be nice? You go to McDonald's, get you a breakfast, egg, McMuffin, or etc. And you just walk in and you hear that. You know how much comfort that let it bring? Okay. Why are people mad at him? Let me see. I need to and let me type in this, what's going on with Elon Musk. Okay, that's that on that. So I'm on the portion now where the question is what's going on with Elon Musk and his cars, and are people really destroying them? I'm getting the sources for that now, okay? Okay. Paste, put that in. How you guys doing this fine morning? It is a Tuesday. It is Taco Tuesday. Will you be having tacos for dinner tonight? Okay. Copy. And you know tacos do sound good, but tacos always sound good. Did I do that correctly? Nope. I need to put the title in here. So what I'm doing now, guys, if you want to study for yourself, I am putting all of the cited sources, aka reference points in here that we talked about. So while you're listening to me in the background currently or in the replay game, you'll be able to check for yourself or do a deeper dive. It feels like I'm in school and I'm doing homework and I cannot log off until I have my sites sorted. What is it? My sources cited. Then I could turn in my homework. Then I can log off and go about my business. That's pretty much how it is. Tesla vehicles. Wow. Wow. There's so much more I want to read about. So much more I want to talk about by way of me just looking at these articles that have been provided. Excuse me. This is crazy. In a good way. Now, as I work through this, the next item on the list to talk about in reference to fluidity of me getting these sources cited is to figure out how I can set up my screens to mirror or whatever so I can quickly copy and paste my cited links into the description. Right now, it's slow motion because this is my first time having so many sources to cite. And I'm going in order into which they came. And so I'm just toggling carefully in and out of these windows so I don't accidentally close something down as well. Don't want to shut it down. Like, yo, gabba gabba, I'll break it down. How many miss yo gabba gabba? Man, that show was so good. And the characters, man. How could you not enjoy the characters? The costumes were nice. I wonder, kind of think about it. I wonder if they have a really well made Yo Gabba Gabba onesie. Because I want Broby. Isn't Broby the green one? That's the one I will look for, definitely. That's for sure. So, Broby, that's Jimmy Kimmel. I think I just copied that one. Let me look and see where I'm at. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I had to get Newsweek's article and put in here. I do miss the traditional newspaper where I can actually feel the newspaper and read it. I aspire to have subscriptions to multiple newspapers for that reason because it's really fun. Let's see here. Right now, once again, shouts out to Shonda Cato. She said I could say her full name. I want to just thank you so very much for donating the Atlanta Journal-Constitution newspapers to the platform, to me, to my family, because had it not been for you doing that, the Morning Moo would not have transpired. So thank you once again. It means a lot. And what made it even better is that you're a cheerful giver. You just really wanted to do that. So another thing I've witnessed in life this year is the to witness being to receive a gift from someone who was cheerful just as me, outside of my family. So I've been getting a lot of things through these quote dark times in life where I've been started to receive what I've been giving to people practically all of my life. I really love giving to people, helping people. It makes me so happy. So to just see that in return from Miss Shonda, um, just happy to give to the cause, to the platform happily, and just express how happy she was to be helping us in that way. It just means a lot, and it do feel good to receive things from people who actually want to do the giving. So thank you so much. I'm going to carry that with me for a long time. That's the thing, to be able to not only have the capacity to receive, because some people just cannot, but also upon receiving the gift from someone who's a grateful slash cheerful giver, to hold on to that moment. To hold on to that moment. Well, as of now, I am still citing. So I will go as much as YouTube will allow me to provide space for. That's saying something, because that's a lot of stuff in here. This particular one has 3 articles, so that might not be too bad. It's just these hyperlinks are so long. That's what's taking up most of the space, guys. At one point, raise your hand in the air if you remember that once upon a time, YouTube had a way of when you did share your stuff before the word allegedly got oversaturated. Hyperlinks, I will recall placing hyperlinks into my description and they will automatically shrink them down. YouTube, I know you guys are listening and constantly harvesting ideas from smaller contents and incorporating stuff into your own. Eye roll. Can you please go back to shrinking down the hyperlinks since you want us to stop resting on allegedly inciting stuff anyways, i.e. by way through the content of celebrity news? Can you at least grace us with shortening up the hyperlinks like you once did? Because now, for those who are doing as such, the hyperlinks are way too long and it's taking up too much space. see, so I'll get the title of this article here and copy it and paste it in here. There was a time I wanted to work for Google. It took me a minute to realize that I'm technically working for Google in a way, by way of contract. So that's where I'll rest my head at. So that's another chain of events that I am realizing that's coming to pass and to fruition for myself that are happening. A lot of things are transpiring and unfolding for me this year, and I'm really happy about it. So I'm definitely really counting my blessings this time. So I have citation stack number 5 I'm working on. Thank you guys for coming in and listening to the platform in the background. That's the exact same thing I do when I'm listening to you guys online. I have you guys on in the background. And if you say something like completely funny, I run to my cell phone or to my computer and try to chime in at that time. So I can say that YouTube streaming live, it helps strengthen my multitasking skills. So if you guys are interested in doing some type of clerical work, call service representative work, and you haven't done that, you will need to have the capability to multitask, to do kind of like what I'm doing, do your work, read the monitor, type notes, and so on. So this is a great way to practice that if you aren't that good at it. I have, let me see, 1, 2, 3. Put that down in there. I have to check over here to make sure everything is clear. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. The likes really help, but you guys already know. I'll just put it in there as a brief reminder for the new people coming in to like the video. 1, 2. Let me see what's next. Yes, the third citation for this stack 5 of citations. Stack number 5 of citations. I'm approaching the last citation piece, thusly wrapping me up almost to the last one. Do you guys follow or loosely watch Don Lemon when he's live, Lemon Live? It's a pretty darn good show. You know, I can say as he transitioned swiftly from, what is it, like network television to the realm of YouTube, we had to watch him, quote, build the plane while he was flying. Although he has tons of followers, you know, already, so his platform grew like overnight by way of just carrying his fan base over from, you know, the network to here. It still was nice to see him grow and find his own, because you have to. I don't care who you are, celebrity or not. When you come to YouTube, you still have to find your comfort zone, your style, because you actually have more creative control in a way. So you can set your setup the way you want and so on. So I think that's a pretty cool thing to see. He's got, you know, the lemon heads over there, and he just got this whole thing going. There's another celebrity that I kind of enjoy watching swim through this blindly, this whole social transference from celebrity TV to a YouTuber as they struggle. Will Smith, it was funny watching him try to get through this whole transition from the way the world has turned to streaming and social media, and it was funny to watch him struggle through that, but he found his way. Everyone has to go through that as a YouTuber. Find your niche is what they always say. Find your niche. I'm like, he Will Smith. He is the niche. Some of the information that they tell the celebrities, I don't think is not necessary because they are who they are and they don't need those steps. Be consistent. Why? They are who they are, so they're already going to have an instant following. It's just more than being comfortable with this type of format and being so eye to eye and directly in your face and having how regular people have so much access to you now. That's the thing. I mean, so much access. Because now you got to have paparazzi in as moderators. Your moderators will be your paparazzi. No, your the chaps are the trolls are the paparazzi per se. And so you need moderators because that will be your security guard. Excuse me. It looks like I'm actually running out of room, guys, which is a good thing. I'm actually running out of room on here. And I have one article, I have one more thing to include in here. So I have to see what I can do. I'm gonna have to figure it out. I'm gonna have to figure it out. Wow. Running out of room. So point number 6. Let me see what I can do. Let me see what I can do. Let me see what I can do. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I ran out of room, y'all. This is a fairly cool situation. The situation. Sidebar note, while I have you here, did you know that the original OGs of MTV or so on, the Sweet 16, the women who was 16 and pregnant, now those women have grown up and have daughters, and now their daughters are 16. Yikes. So they're trying to prevent their daughters from having babies. If they haven't already had babies. You guys are going to watch it. I'm just happy to see some things come back from the past. Since we're still in this realm of reality TV, I don't think reality TV is going anywhere. However, the content of reality TV may be going somewhere in a different direction. And it seems like they're just circling back to what it used to be. Honestly, that's what it seems like. So my box on my description turned red because I have completely maxed out all characters. Maxed out all characters. I have ran out of room. Let me backspace and see what happens. That is amazing. So I have to erase 12 characters. Sounds like I'm on Twitter now. I still like saying Twitter. And I'm just gonna put I ran out of room. Push save. So how can I do this? The only thing I can do now is visit physically or like verbally cite the rest of my sources. So where I left off at, for all of you who are listening and replay gang, I was currently on the last block of questions that I read, and it was as of today, March 2025, what is going on with Elon Musk? And I have 4 points of citation here. And so I'll just read them all out loud because I was only able to squeeze in one. So the first cited sources from NBCnews.com, N as in Nabisco, NBCnews.com. And the title of this article is called Trump Holds Cabinet Meeting with Elon Musk in Attendance. The article was type/written by Catherine Doyle, Garrett Haig, and Tara Pendeville. And this article was written/typed on March 24th, which was yesterday, 2025 at 9:49 a.m. EDT time. This article was updated March 24th, 2025, 1:22 p.m. EDT. Once again, the first citation for the question in question as of today, March 25th, 2025, what's going on with Elon Musk? The source clearly cited here for the first source is titled Trump Holds Cabinet Meeting with Elon Musk in Attendance. It is from NBC News, N as in Nabisco, NBC.com. And so you can really know where the article is. Specifically, it is written/typed by Catherine Doyle, Garrett Hank, and Tara Pendeville. Written/typed on March 24th, 2025, 9:49 a.m. EDT time. The article was updated March 24th, 2025, 1:22 p.m. EDT time. These are the house notes that must be said because I just want all my ducks to be in the row. Let me close out a tab right here because I'm finished with that. Oh, I don't want to push the roll button. Okay, so the next article we have that I'm going to open up for you guys is, let's see here, what did I just read? This one is brought to you by MSN.com, M as in Moo, MSN.com. And the article is titled Trump to Hold Another Cabinet Meeting with Elon Musk. The story was type/written by Garrett Haig. And 22 hours ago, so my 1 minute read, just so you'll know for the record, once again, the second source, in addition to the question we had on the list, which was the last question, it is from MSN, M as in Moo, MSN.com. The article is titled Trump to Hold Another Cabinet Meeting with Elon Musk. Story written/typed by Garrett Hack. 22 minutes ago it was done. Wow, no, it was written 22 hours ago, thusly being March 24th, 2025. So if you want to see that particular source as to how I got the answers from MSN Copilot, an AI-driven technology that I use to get these answers, those are the sources because I actually ran out of room in my Google Chat description box. So now I had to physically cite the sources. This point of sources from CNBC, C as in cow, Moo, CNBC.com, and the article is titled FBI Launches Tesla Threats Task Force. This is domestic T word. And this article was written/typed by Dan Magan, published on Monday 24th, 2025 at 3:24 p.m. EDT time, updated Monday, March 24th, 2025 at 6:05 p.m. EDT. Once again, the specific source I'm reading, which is the third source from the last notes that we have entitled as of today, March 25th, 2025, what is going on with Elon Musk? The third source I am giving you is from CNBC, C as in Moo, CNBC.com. The title is called, under the politics category, FBI Launches Tesla Threats Task Force. This is domestic T word. Article was written/typed by Dan Magan. Thank you for that. Published on March 24th, which is Monday, 2025 at 3:24 p.m. EDT time. Updated Monday, March 24th, 2025, 6:05 p.m. EDT time. And our last source to cite, because I ran out of room in my description box. And for those of you who do want to search for yourself, this is the best way I can provide the information for you. And the last source of information is from www.political.com. And so it's P as in Pinocchio, O as in Oreo, L as in lame, and so on. Political.com. And the article is entitled Pam Bondi warns Jasmine Crockett to tread very carefully in what she says about Elon Musk. Oh, that's going to be a good article. Ooh, that's going to be a good article. This article was written / typed by Amanda Friedman. What's up, Amanda Friedman? I look forward to reading this article. It was written / typed on March 23rd, my birthday. This article was written / typed on March 23rd, 2025 at 4:49 p.m. EDT time. Once again, the final source for this article is source number 4, and it's from political.com. P.S. Pinocchio, O as in Oreo, L as in lame, and so on. The title is entitled Pam Bondi warns Jasmine Crockett to tread very carefully, and what she says about Elon Musk. This article was written / typed by Amanda Friedman, March 23rd, which is my glorious birthday, 2025, at 4:49 p.m. EDT time. March 23rd, 4:49 p.m. EDT time. Amanda Friedman. These are all of my sources, to which was gathered for me by Microsoft Copilot, an awesome AI intelligence system that helps search and give me the answers fast. That's what I used today. So the questions and stuff that I asked, for lack of a better word, are in order as follows as I wrap this up. I want to know what's going on with Elon Musk. Why are they mad at him? And we also covered what's going on with Elon Musk and his cars. Are people really destroying them? And lastly, we wrapped it up with, is it true that Elon Musk stock is falling? Oh my gosh, we covered a lot. And then lastly, as of today, March 2025, what is going on with Elon Musk? In closing, for those of you who are listening to me straightly by Podwave Airways, thank you so much. Good morning. We covered, I want to know what is going on with Elon Musk. Why are people mad at him? What's going on with Elon Musk and his cars? Are people really destroying them? Is it true that Elon Musk stock is falling? And lastly, as of March 2025, what is going on with Elon Musk? Thank you so much for coming in. This was a longer video than thought. I wanted to be live and present as I cited my sources. And I'll have you know that I ran out of room. So at the end of this video, I had to vocally share my last batch of sources. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for coming in. Once again, as usual, I had a good time, having a good time. Dun, 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 dun. Shouts out to Queen. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. I had a good time and a fun time. My name is LA, pronounced like LA, like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy. Bye.